Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a blessed day today. I want to start off by letting you guys know that I do hear and see all of the comments that you guys leave for me, and that's exactly why we're here today. This home behind me, I think, has what a lot of you folks have been asking me for in the comments or what you request when you call me, and that is peace and space. Now, the home that we're going to be taking a look at today is absolutely marvelous. But before we hop into it, I just want to introduce myself. If we haven't met yet, my name is John Paul Gutierrez, but you, my friend, can call me JP. I'm the proud founder of the Bespoke Homes Group, and our sole purpose is to create tailored plans for you to achieve your home ownership goals. Now, usually I say that I want to be as transparent as possible, but really what that means is I want to give you guys the knowledge necessary for you to take action. Ladies and gentlemen, the truth of the matter is once you know what you're doing, it's a lot easier to obtain the goals that you have. Now, today, I'm thrilled to bring you this beautiful property here from the neighborhood of Rolling Hills in Denellen, Florida. And if you haven't heard of Rolling Hills, don't worry, sit back, relax, let me put you on. Now, if you're looking for a peaceful yet well-connected spot to call home, this might just be it. See, first off, let me give you a little bit of context. Rolling Hills is a residential area that really started developing more in the past couple of years. It's known for its spacious lots and a bit of that classic Florida greenery and a kind of laid-back vibe. It's a place where you can find a bit more breathing room than some of the more densely packed neighborhoods. Now, location-wise, Denellen is pretty nicely situated in Central Florida. You're looking at roughly an hour and a half to Orlando, maybe a little bit less than that to Tampa, and Gainesville is just about an hour or so north. That means you've got major access to the city amenities, airports, and all of the fun that these major cities offer without being right in the thick of it. As for local conveniences, Rolling Hills is just a short drive away from Ocala. Some of the addresses in this neighborhood are actually within Ocala. And just 15 minutes away from here, you're gonna have Highway 200, where you've got all your shopping, dining, and healthcare options. Plus, you're not too far away from Rainbow River and all sorts of outdoor activities. So if you like nature and a quieter lifestyle, this is a pretty sweet spot. Now, that's the gist of Rolling Hills. It's a little oasis of calm with the perks of Central Florida's bigger cities within reach. But for now, let's hop back into the home. Now, where I'm situated right now is the driveway of this magnificent property. Here you're gonna be able to fit approximately 4 cars, a private 2-car garage as well, right behind me, and of course, this beautiful home. Now, a couple of things that you can't see with your eye is that this home is built completely with concrete block and stucco, offering you that peace of mind that it is a sturdy build. Additionally, the property has a 30-year architectural shingle roof. It's gonna feature 3 bedrooms, a flex room, 2 bathrooms on over 1,600 square feet. But best of all, ladies and gentlemen, this is what many of you asked me for. This is sitting on 1.16 acres of beautiful Florida land. Now, it is in a flood zone X. The property is on septic system and well water as well. So there's plenty of perks, and we'll hop into that in just a bit. Now, just looking at the home, you're gonna notice a main white body of paint with black accents, both in the lights and in the bottom color of the home. You're gonna notice this L-shaped walkway that'll lead us toward the front of the property, and you're gonna have plenty of space for landscaping and the design that you want to create here. This is truly an oasis waiting for you to call it home and make it your own. Now, I'm so excited to show you the inside of this property as well, and these, my friends, are the keys. So let's check it out. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside this beautiful property. I am thrilled to tour you through every inch of the property and get to the end where I am going to give you all the financial information that you need. Monthly payments, down payments, taxes, insurance, all that jazz right at the end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned, but for now, let's get in. First and foremost, I just wanna let you guys know that the same piece that we talked about outside carries on into this house, and that's one of the reasons why I chose it. I love it. As soon as you step in, you're gonna have this nice little foyer area with an elevated ceiling here, and you're gonna have space here for a recessed LED light, or if you wanted to mark it with a chandelier or some type of hanging light fixture, you can easily do so. Right off the bat, this home is definitely fit for the entertainer family or those who need extra storage. As soon as you step in to the left, we're gonna have a nice coat closet to the left. And to our right-hand side, we're gonna step into our office space, or the den, or a bonus room, if you will. You're gonna notice there's no closet in here, so it's not technically a bedroom, but this is the perfect office space. We're gonna have two massive windows, bringing in a bunch of natural light from the north side of the property. And I love that. If I were to set my office up, I definitely set it up with the desk either facing this way or maybe facing this way so that I get that sunlight in the morning that energizes you. You have a beautiful modern fan fixture up above. And I love that this space isn't just regular doors. You're gonna have these nice French doors that kind of invite you into the space right off the bat. Now, as we continue through, we're gonna step into the open concept of the home. Here, we're gonna be in the living room area. We're gonna have vaulted ceilings in this space that make it just feel so large. More than likely, you'll set up your couches, your sectionals, facing this side over here, where you're gonna find space here where you can mount your TV onto the wall and have the cords hidden right here. And I love that because personally, I hang up all of my TVs in my home. So I love that this would just give it a nice, clean, modern, minimalist look. And there's plenty of space here. And of course, this area is going to be adorned by the sliding doors that'll lead us into our backyard and that beautiful acre of land that we have. One thing you're gonna notice is that there's recessed LED lights and space for a fan fixture as well. And another thing you'll notice is that the entire home is gonna have luxury vinyl plank. So not an inch of carpet for all of my ladies and gentlemen who do not like carpet. Again, they went all the way with this home. Now we're in the kitchen in this space now. You're gonna find quartz countertops throughout. You're gonna find this beautiful backsplash with this kind of metallic or gunmetal gray color in the back that I think contrasts really nice with all the lighter colors. Of course, two hanging pendant light fixtures that are black with the gold accents as well. And all of your appliances for the kitchen come included. Your dishwasher, your stove, your microwave, your refrigerator. Now in the island, we're gonna find this massive farmhouse sink. Excellent. If you love to cook, you know that this is a must. If you hand wash like my mom does, like I do, my entire family does, this is excellent because all the big pots, pans, everything can get washed here with ease since there's no divider. And a neat thing about this is you do have a pot filler attachment here, which is very convenient. Now, this space is gonna leave you excellent amount of room on the other side to put 3-4 bar stools. And right off of the kitchen, you're gonna notice that we have this awesome dining nook. It's a dining area, but I'm gonna call it a nook because it feels kind of cozy and you just feel like you're in a little corner of the home. Of course, you're connected to the rest of the home through the open concept, but this feels like an intimate space. This is where I believe the heart of the family really gets established. You get to sit down right here, you get to enjoy a home cooked meal or takeout or whatever it is, and you get to just talk with your family. And it feels cozy and it feels warm and it feels like a nice, safe space to have conversation. And of course, you have these windows that point towards the south side of the property, bringing that natural feel. And it just feels like such a nice space to be in. Now, this sums up the open concept of this property. Now let's check out the primary suite. So as soon as we step in, there's gonna be a division. The closet and the primary bath are gonna be over on the left side, and to your right, you step into your primary bedroom. You're gonna have tray ceilings here with your recessed LED lights, of course, space for your fan fixture as well. Once again, they kind of designed this room for you to where you're more than likely gonna put your bed over on this back wall and face this way, where again, they've installed all of your outlets up above so you can hang your TV and have a nice clean look. And it just makes the space feel larger as well. So if you wanted to put your dresser underneath, you can easily do that. You have space for nightstands. And I love these two windows right here. Of course, they give you a view to the backyard. They give you a view to the side yard, but this is like where I would put a chair. And this would be my morning meditation area where I would typically read the Bible and meditate on the word and just have a nice, soothing start to the day. You get that natural light that's coming in to really kind of slowly ease you into the day in such a beautiful way. I love this bedroom for that reason. Now, another reason I love this bedroom is because we have a proper walk-in closet, not a step-in closet, a true walk-in closet. It's very long. You're already gonna have these hanging racks all the way down. Of course, you can eliminate this and add custom cabinetry if you feel that is necessary, and you have plenty plenty of space for it. You'll have a section for him, a section for her, or she can take up the whole thing and have her own Macy's department store in there, if you so please. Now, as we step into the primary bath, there's a few things that I love here. So double vanity here, and I love the lights on the mirrors themselves. They also have a defrost option, so when it gets all, if you take steamy showers like myself, this tends to get fogged up. The mirrors in and of themselves have a defrosting, if so to speak, function, where they'll eliminate that for you. Now, of course, quartz countertops, double vanity, cabinetry down below. Your linen closet for the linen closet lovers inside of the primary bathroom. And you're gonna have this massive shower, floor to ceiling tile with a subway marble looking backsplash. You have plenty of space. Now, you might not see it in the camera, but right into this wall right here, you're gonna have a nook where you can put your shampoos, your soap, all of that jazz. And I love that you have this rainfall shower head here. This is just like one of the most soothing moments right here, where the water's just falling on you. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it. Never mind. You also have the wand here, and you can enjoy your shower in that way. And that is your private water closet, separate from everything else. That's gonna sum up our primary suite, the primary wing. You have a whole side of the home to yourself. Now, as we continue down this hall, we pass the open concept, we pass the entrance, and we're gonna step into the secondary wing of the home. You're gonna have access to the kitchen from this side, and you're gonna have not one, but two linen closets for all of my linen closet lovers. Now, as we continue over here and to the right, we're gonna step into the laundry room. No washer and dryer included here, but we can always try to negotiate it, or worst case scenario, you get to choose your own and really design the space. You're gonna have a hanging rack up above, and this door here is going to lead us into our 2-car garage. Nothing too crazy here. Simple 2-car garage. You're gonna have your garage door opener, you're gonna have your water heater, and your AC air handler. Now, as we step out of the laundry room, we're gonna step into the 2 additional bedrooms. Directly to my right-hand side, you're gonna find this bedroom roughly about 11 by 10 feet in dimension. Nice window facing the east side of the property. You're gonna have a nice modern fan fixture up above, and you're gonna have your closet space here. Definitely ample space there for all of your belongings. Across the way, we're gonna find the same bedroom, just mirrored. And this is gonna be, once again, 11 by 10 roughly. This window is gonna face the south side of the property. And you're going to have, once again, your nice step-in closet. Now, as soon as you exit this bedroom, we're gonna step into our second full bathroom here. And very nice. Once again, you're gonna find the mirror with the light and the dehumidifier. You're gonna have your quartz countertop, cabinetry down below. Toilet area, floor to ceiling tiled, shower with a tub. I really like this tile. I think it looks really nice, honestly. Now, as we continue this tour, we're gonna step back outside. Reason being is I wanna show you guys not only the lanai, but the acre that this property sits on. Alrighty, now as we step outside, first things first, a lovely lanai. Now, typically what you're seeing in the camera right now is the lanai that you'll get in most homes, but not in this one, folks. We have this long outstretched lanai. Super easy to screen in, considering that it's already covered and you already have the pillars there. So you can just screen it in, leave an opening there so that you can step in and out. Or if you want to extend it, you can easily do that. Reason being, ladies and gentlemen, is we are on just over an acre. Like I said in the beginning, there's plenty of space. Pretty much as far as your eye can see from this point is going to be your land. A pool, a playground, if you wanted to add an RV garage, if you wanted to have an outdoor kitchen, truly the possibilities are endless. Now, let's hop into a few more details regarding the land. So first and foremost, this is a flood zone X. What that means is that there is a less than a 1% chance of this property flooding over the next 100 years. That's right, very low probability of this flooding. Next thing is this property is going to be on a septic tank that will be found at the front of the property, opposite of the garage. Typically that happens because you don't want to put any pressure on your septic tank or your drain field. So they typically put it in a place where you're not going to build a pool, where you're not going to be putting pressure. So that's usually front of the property, opposite of the garage, just as a rule of thumb. Additionally, this property is going to be on a well for water. The well is this system that you're going to see right over here. And what this does is it pumps down either into the Florida aquifer or into the springs, and it brings you water. Now that's gonna save you a water bill, ladies and gentlemen, and all you're gonna have to run off of is electricity. So I know a lot of folks that wanna go off grid or have as little bills as possible. One thing you can do is have solar panels designated specifically for this, and now you don't even need electricity from the city to run your well, but rather you can just run it off of solar power. Now, a lot of folks ask me what the water quality is like when you're on a well. The truth of the matter is that it's going to be highly dependent on the lot in and of itself, whether you're connected to the Florida aquifer, whether you're connected to the springs. But one thing that I can tell you guys for sure is that it's very, very easy to manage your own water quality when you are on a well. So on top of saving money, you can get a water softener, you can get just a filtration system, and you can get some really, really clean water with a water softener. Even considerably the cleanest water you can possibly get will come from a well with a water softener system, and those vary in price just depending on exactly how much you want to filter your water. So one thing that is great is that you will save money. The second thing that's awesome is that you have full control over the quality of your water, which is excellent. Now, there is no HOA, like we said, there's no CDD, so there's very, very few restrictions. Now, can you have a farm on land like this? No, not necessarily. There are still zoning restrictions on a lot of land that will limit exactly how many or what kind of animals you can have on a lot like this. And the reason being is because we don't want it to get unsanitary, and there's a lot of things that can come from just animals running wild. So they are pretty specific, but if you want to know more information on what exactly you can and can't have, that is something that I can get for you. Now, in the meantime, let's get some information on the financials and see if that part makes sense for you and your family. Let's see if this is the right investment for you. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sticking around until the end. I hope you enjoyed this tour. I hope you found some valuable information so far. Next thing is the finances. Let's review what we just saw so that you guys can know what we're doing, what we're looking at moving forward. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,648 square feet total. And remember, these 3 bedrooms does not count the bonus room, the office, the flex room that we find at the front of the property. So technically you have 4 rooms, but only 3 of them are bedrooms. And again, 2 bathrooms on over 1,600 square feet. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give you guys 3 seconds to guess the price of this home. 3, 2, 1. So the price of this home is just $379,000, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, that is a full property. Yes, that includes the lot. It includes everything that I showed you guys today for just $379,000. Is that price negotiable, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, of course. Of course it's negotiable. Can we get concessions? Yes, of course we can get concessions, ladies and gentlemen. It's just gonna depend on exactly the terms that you are looking to purchase with and how we can make it work. So ladies and gentlemen, we can make this happen for you. If you want, just make sure you reach out to us. Let's hop in real quick though and break this down a little bit further. So next thing is gonna be closing costs. Whether you're purchasing with cash, purchasing with a loan, whether you're selling or buying, ladies and gentlemen, closing costs are part of the process, what we consider the cost of doing business. It's the title fees, the lender fees, origination fees, state fees, county fees. All of that jazz is summed up into your closing costs. This is in addition to your down payment, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get this covered by the builder? Yes. Can we get portions of it covered by the builder or the sellers? Yes. Okay. This is, however, just an estimate or an overview. If you're purchasing with a loan, we estimate it to be about 3% of the price of the home. It's gonna be $11,370 in your closing costs. Again, separate from your down payment. If you're purchasing cash, it's far less because you skip all of the lender fees, and it's about $1,500 in cash estimated. Now, let's talk about loan types. I'm gonna go through some loan types so you guys can, and I'll explain the situation as best I can for each kind of individual loan and who they really benefit. And then you guys let me know in the comments which one you think benefits you more. If you don't know by the end of this which one you think works, then probably there's a different loan product for you and we can help you find it. Let's start with FHA. Federal Housing Administration offers government-insured loans that allow you to purchase a property with just 3.5% down. It's one of the lowest down payment options, and it allows you to purchase with as little as a 580 credit score. That's right, you're not gonna get the most favorable terms. I do wanna be transparent on that. However, you are able to obtain a loan with as little as a 580 credit score. The FHA, once again, is gonna be 3.5%. That's $13,265 at the listed price, and would leave you with a PITI or a mortgage payment of $2,829. Now that includes your principal, the price of the home, your interest, the interest rate attached to the loan, taxes for the entire year, prorated on a monthly basis, and your insurance. That's 2 types of insurance included in this. The first one is going to be, of course, your homeowner's insurance. The second one is going to be private mortgage insurance. On a home like this, it's going to be roughly about $150 to $250 in addition to your loan. That is an insurance that is required for the life of the loan, okay? With the FHA, throughout the entire life of the loan, you will have to pay private mortgage insurance. But with all of that included, looking at $2,829 in your mortgage. This is excellent for first-time home buyers or primary home buyers. It doesn't have to be your first one, but as long as you don't have another FHA loan, or if you do, it's more than 100 miles away, you can qualify for an FHA loan. If you're gonna be occupying the property full-time as your primary residence, you can obtain an FHA loan. Next up, let's talk about the VA, Veteran Affairs Loan. This is for all of my veterans out there. First and foremost, I wanna thank you guys for your service. If you've been watching my videos, you already know, I always talk about him. My brother, who's been in the military since I can remember. He's an Army Ranger, and he is one tough man, I'll tell you that much. He is an absolute rock star. I've seen all the sacrifices he makes for our country, for our family. I mean, the guy's been deployed I don't know how many times, and it's gotta be tough. I know it's tough. I've seen him live through it, but I see the sacrifices that he makes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you qualify for a VA loan, that means you're a veteran or the family of a veteran. I would love to be able to serve you with my team and get you the most aggressive deal, make sure your money is safe, show you the best options, and make sure you are getting into a home that you love with terms that you love as well. The good thing is that the VA helps us obtain that. How? A 0% down payment. You will have to put 0 down payment, and we will try our very, very best to get your entirety of closing costs covered. Additionally, they offer the best, I would argue, one of, if not the best interest rate available by loan type. What that means is that by putting $0 down, you're looking at about a $2,668 mortgage payment with today's interest rates. Ladies and gentlemen, this is subject to change. I just want to send that as a disclaimer as well. But with $2,668 per month, that's the whole shebang. Next up, let's talk about conventional loans. There's going to be 4 main ones that I touch on today, and I'll break them down. So first and foremost, 3% down. The 3% down is only available to first-time home buyers. Remember with FHA, I said just primary home buyers who don't already have an FHA or are over 100 miles away. With conventional, you must be a first-time home buyer. Another thing to mention about conventional loans is you will not be able to get it, or it's very, very hard for you to get a conventional loan with a 580 credit score. Typically, you want to be in the 650 to 670 range minimum to get a conventional loan. With the 3% down, you have a higher credit requirement as well. But that 3% down, it looks like $11,370 as your down payment, $2,855 all in on your mortgage payment. Now, let's talk about the next one, 5% down. This is similar to the FHA, right? This is for primary home owners, right? Doesn't have to be your first time purchasing a home, but you're purchasing a primary home. 5% down is $18,950 with a $2,744 per month mortgage payment. Next is the 10% down. This is gonna be your secondary home, your vacation home, your future home. A lot of my clients who are relocating here to Florida and are gonna be retiring in a year, 2 years, 3 years, wanna lock in a home because they love that home. They love this lot. They love the price that it's going at right now. So they secure the property with just 10% down, $37,900, leaves with a $2,582 per month payment. Now, last but not least, 20% down for two types of people. One, investors, if you do not plan on occupying this property at all, but you want to hold this as an investment, whether you just literally hold it, or you rent it out long-term, or you rent it out short-term. There's no restrictions on rental ability in this area, so you can rent it out on Airbnb, VRBO, all of those short-term sites with just 20% down, $75,800 and $2,256 mortgage. Now, this isn't just for investors, but those who want to save on private mortgage insurance. Remember I said that with FHA, the life of the loan, you're paying $150 to $250 on private mortgage insurance. But with conventional loans, once you reach 20% equity in the home, you can remove private mortgage insurance from your loan. That's one of the biggest reasons why people say, hey, well, why would I choose a conventional loan over an FHA if the conventional loan's interest rate is a bit higher? One of the biggest reasons is because eventually, whether you put 3, 5, 10% down, 15% down, once you reach 20% down, you can remove private mortgage insurance. You no longer have that extra additional payment in your mortgage payment. That's one of the biggest benefits of the conventional loan. Now, remember, we said principal, that's the price of the home, we went over that. Interest, that factors into your monthly payment. We kind of went over monthly payments there. Now let's talk about the next two things, taxes. Taxes in the area are estimated to be about 1% of the price of the home. So your first year, you're only gonna pay on the land. On a property like this, you're looking at about $500 for the year, your first year. However, that next year, you will be paying on the value of the structure. Again, roughly about 1% of the price of the home, that's $3,799 estimated in your taxes per year. Now, can you lower that? Yes, absolutely. In Florida, you can apply for homestead tax exemption. That's going to reduce the taxable value of about $50,000, which will save you about $500 to $1,000 per year in your taxes. So that alone will reduce it. Now, if you're a veteran, if you're fully disabled, all of that, of course, you guys have plenty of benefits, especially when it comes to tax. Now, something that a lot of people have been asking me saying, hey, is Florida going to eliminate property taxes? I hope so. Realistically, they're looking at amending something for 2026, and it would be only for primary home owners. So if you are an investor, or if this is your secondary home, odds are you'll still have to pay property taxes. However, if you are primary, you're purchasing this for your family or for yourself to live in, then that's where they're trying to eliminate property taxes, so you save money on that as well. Now, next thing's next, HOI, homeowners insurance. On a property like this is about $840 per year. Again, fully built with concrete block and stucco, flood zone X, brand new construction. This property does come with a 2-10 warranty. What that means is you're going to have a 2-year mechanical warranty on the property, a 10-year structural warranty on the property. So if anything goes wrong mechanically or structurally on this property, you're covered and you're under warranty by a third party, which is always awesome because if the builder goes out of business, you don't have to worry about it. The 2-10 warranty company is going to take care of handling any and all issues on that front. So for that reason, no flood danger. You're in a very central location, concrete block and stucco home, flood zone X, and of course backed by a warranty. So that makes it very easy to insure and pretty cost effective to insure as well. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for sticking around on the tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Guys, if you're interested in purchasing a property like this or investing in an area of Florida, whether it's this area, another area, this home, another home, something similar to this or the complete opposite of this, please reach out. My team and I would absolutely love to assist you guys and create that bespoke plan for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, it would be an honor to serve each and every one of you. My team looks forward to every single call, every single comment that we get from you guys. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Click the notification bell. We put out videos almost every single Sunday. I try to put it out every single Sunday. So if you're enjoying this content, please give us a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, hit subscribe if you haven't already. It truly does help us continue to make this content. And the best part of all, it costs you nothing. $0 for you guys to subscribe and watch these videos. But I appreciate the support, whether you do or don't. I just appreciate you guys for being here. And one last thing before I let you guys go, you know we have to take a quick moment to pray. So, dear Heavenly Father, I, as per usual, want to start off with an attitude of gratitude and just say thank you, Lord. Thank you for another breath. Thank you for another day. Thank you for another video. Thank you for allowing us opportunities to tour these beautiful properties and put it in front of the folks that are watching. On that note, Lord, I want to pray for everybody who's watching these videos. I pray that you guide us. I pray that you bring us peace, fill us with joy. Ultimately, Lord, there are things that are out of our control, but we know that absolutely everything is in your control, Father. And we know that you don't just do things just to do them. We know that you have a purpose. We know that you are a good, loving, merciful Father, and everything that you put in our path is to make us stronger or to bring us closer to you, Lord. And I pray that we don't step away from that, but that rather we cling on to you more and more. I thank you, Father, for who you are, for loving us so much and for being such a good God. I thank you. I give you all the praise, all the honor, all the glory. Father, send your Holy Spirit to abound in each and every one of us and guide us on the path that brings us closer to you. Let us be a reflection of your character. In Jesus' precious name we pray. Amen. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. You guys already know I love you, and I'll see you guys next week. But most importantly, until then, God bless.